All right, so we're going to try something new. And this is literally the 4th try. Currently watching Murderbot on my very deliciously built television. You can see it's not small, it's a big TV. Anyway, very beginning scene of the episode number, well, I don't know, but anyway. So tomorrow we're going to go out. Let me reframe this a little bit. It's currently Saturday night. I'm about to go horizontal for the night. Sunday morning, I'm going to be recording because we're going out to take some pictures. We're going to be going out to a farmer's market. We're going to do some running around. Monday. Let me get my days of the week right here. So Monday, we're going to get the Mini fixed. Tuesday, we're going on the road. Wednesday, with a little bit of luck, we're playing golf. Who knows if that's actually going to happen or not, but, you know, we're shooting for it. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be recording this all the way through Wednesday is when it's getting published. So I'm going to be recording Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday maybe. So yeah, starting off Saturday night, I'm going to be recording straight through. We're going to do not just day in the life of, but we're going to do everything. Literally everything that I do. So when I go outside to the RV for 300 times in a row to get stuff in there, yep, you're coming along with me, and guess what we're doing? And we're going to be checking out stuff in the RV. I'm going to do a little bit of work in the RV. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff all over the place, and it's going to be loads of fun. So you're going to come along with me for all that. It's going to be not exciting at all, but we're going to do it anyway. And it's going to be hopefully interesting enough that you want to watch. And it's something I'm experimenting with. And if it works, great. And we're going to run with it and do more of it. Not recording every little thing that I do, but we'll figure out something. We'll figure something out. The idea is we're going to build, we're going to work on it, we're going to do more. Anyway, I've got most of my desk is actually packed up here. You can't see it. Let me turn my very stuck chair. Anyway, you can't see much. There's no computer on there. There's nothing. There's my watch is over there because whatever I just knocked down by shaking the desk. It shows you the watch is over there. See, the watch is going. Where's the watch? There's the watch. And it's glowing green. You can tell it's charging. Anyway, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to the next couple of days with you and having you with me. Honestly, that's going to be the most exciting part, is having you with me and seeing what we can do from one day to the next. All right. We'll see you in the morning. So, we're off to the farmer's market. I wanted to point out we got the golf clubs. See the Canada flag on there, the Canada thing? Love it. Love the maple leaf. All right, Marcy, who looks cute in her hat. I didn't bring the microphones. Why did I not bring the microphones?
I don't know.
We're going to have to rely on the old-fashioned phone now. I forgot my hat. I meant to grab my hat, Marcy.
You look fine without sit out.
I don't know about fine. I got hair sticking up all over the place. This is why you have short hair. So you don't have to worry about it looking absolutely horrible. And a very, very bumpy ride. All right, ready? We're going to say, bye-bye, RV. All right, we're off. We will come back to the farmer's market in a minute. Okay, Marcy just brought up a really, really good point. What about if you're the person with the dream, and we talk about that all the time, the dream to do stuff and to have fun and to do these things. But what if you're the other person? All right, Marcy? This is where you get to talk a little bit.
It's not that I don't have dreams. I do. But I'm finding the RV thing is a complete money pit. It goes on and on. There's money going out the door all the time.
And I feel the same way about the Mini, but no, really, what is it like being the, we'll say, partner in this? What is that like for you? The one being dragged along on my dream of having the RV. And it's really, it's your dream as much as anything, because I'm trying to take you across Canada and across the US to show you all the things that you've never seen before.
My dream was more of a van or something smaller that I could drive around and be comfortable. I find driving that thing to be, it's not relaxing. I'm on edge all the time. I can drive it's not comfortable for me. I would like something a lot smaller that I feel that I can relax in. I mean, I get that it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It's not as big. It's not as spacious, but like you're not in your van or your motorhome all the time anyway. You're out exploring, you're doing things, you're looking at, going to museums or wherever, and you're only in there to kind of eat and sleep, and I guess a rainy day. But I would much rather have something smaller that I don't have to feel uncomfortable driving, and that you can take into the city and still be able to drive around on major roads or park at a museum or something, because we cannot at this point take our motorhome into a city and park it really anywhere and go to a museum or go to something, a park or whatever, and not have to worry like we have to take the Mini all the time, which is a concern to me, because I would much rather have something more versatile. That's the bottom line. And something that I'm comfortable driving. I mean, as I said, I can drive it, but I can't ever relax really, because it's the wind is tossing it around, the semis are tossing it around, there's wind gusts, you're like, you can't just relax. You have to be always on top of everything, and checking mirrors all the time, because where are these people beside you? You can't see them, so you have to check the screen, you have to check the mirrors, it's a lot. It's a lot. And where is the Mini? Is it still moving? Is it still attached? It's just a lot of stuff that is more than I want to worry about at this age of my life. So, yeah, that's part of my issue. And then everything that we touch, there's been so many problems and so much cost. And that's like, we haven't even hit the road yet, and it's cost me a lot of money. So that's a big concern too. And we would run into that maybe with a van, but the point of getting a newer vehicle was, because it is a 23, was so that we wouldn't have all these problems, and yet we've had all these problems. So I don't know, I just feel like it's a money pit on wheels at the moment, and maybe this trip will take care of everything. Everything is going to be good, and we won't have to worry, and maybe there won't be any expenses after this, hopefully. But right now I hope that nothing goes wrong, because I've had it. There's too much money going out the door. So that's my take on it. I want to explore, I want to go and see things, definitely, but I want to go to Europe, I want to go to Thailand, I want to go to Japan, and the money that we've spent on said RV could have been 10 trips to other places, which I probably would enjoy more. I have camped years ago, and I like camping, but I'm a simple camper. I don't need bells and whistles, really. But, I enjoy camping, but I'd be quite happy with a van. So, it's kind of one of those things. I have more of a passion of actual traveling the world than going camping. And the States is, there's places I'd like to go in the States for sure, but I feel like I could just fly there, rent a car, stay in a hotel, travel around, explore a little bit, spend a week, come home. It wouldn't cost too much, but it would cost as much as I spent on repairs for the motorhome. So I'm torn. I'm very torn, and would really like to either get it completely fixed so it's not costing, or maybe trade down and get something smaller that I'm more comfortable with. But therein lies the problem. We do have mixed feelings about this. So anyway, that's my thoughts.
And that rant is brought to you by...
Peace out.
Let me put the camera over here now. No, it makes logical sense. Like, oh sure, now I'm not gonna be able to keep the camera straight. Anyway, no, it makes perfect sense, logical sense to a degree. But to a degree, it doesn't. And I don't know what degree it makes sense to and what degree it doesn't. Let me try to put this camera up here a little bit differently. I'm gonna see if I can maneuver the camera around. This is getting awkward. I gotta adjust everything and maybe it'll stay there. Maybe it won't, but maybe it will. Anyway, we're a little crooked. Okay, let me see what I can do about crookedness. There, how's that? Is that better? That looks better to me. Okay, so one of the biggest things is with a smaller vehicle, we're not small people. We're not tiny. Let's just own that for what it is. I'm not saying we're fat, although holy crap, I got a good look at myself yesterday and I feel it. I feel so fat. I should have done this earlier. That's what I should have done. I should have put the camera up. Anyway, so the idea is if you're a little bit bigger than a twig, you're not going to fit in a van very easily. Because we look at other van life channels where you've got shorter people, you've got women, you know, other short men, whatever the case may be, and they live in the van life and it's great. You get the taller, bigger men, they either complain constantly, and I understand it. I'm not throwing them under the bus. I get it. There's one man specifically who's like 6 foot something, and he has a really hard time. Like, he sits on the floor and he's got a little bit of headroom, but if he's not sitting on the floor, forget it, he has no headroom. He sits on the bed and like, forget it, he's got to like hunch over, he has no choice. So it's one of those things where, you know, how comfortable are you in a cargo van? And the odds are you're not. If you're in a transit, yeah, maybe. But then what if you're not in a transit? What if you're in just a regular cargo van? You know, transits cost like $130,000 just by themselves. So did our rig. You know, so it's, how far ahead are you really getting? You know, and it's one of those things where you have to think about every little thing. And every little thing makes a difference. So if you go to a smaller vehicle, can you just park and run to the back? Or can you do that? Like,
yes.
Well, maybe. It's like when you're driving, let's say I'm driving and you need to go to the bathroom. Can you run to the back and go to the bathroom? If we're just driving along and then all of a sudden, there's a lot of cars here for some reason. But if we're just driving along and then all of a sudden I'm thirsty or I'm hungry and I say, go make me a sandwich. How can she do that in a van? Like, maybe that doesn't work out. Maybe it does. Maybe, but maybe not, is my point. You know, so there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of maybe. You know, so it's one of those things where who knows?
I think it's a lot easier in a van because then you can just pull over along the side of the road or into a little...
Well, it's just it. It's a giant maybe. It's not 100% for sure. It's a giant maybe. Then the second part of that is the $1 million question where, what are you going to do if you're at a campground? There's a spot right here. So what are you going to do if you're at a campground, for example? Okay, you're at the campground, you're doing great, you've got the hookups going on, and you've got all the good things happening, and then you need to go into town for some reason. Okay, now what? Now that you need to go into town, you have to disconnect all of your stuff. You have to disconnect everything in order to go into town. So that's going to be a problem, right? Because you got to disconnect everything to go into town. Whereas now we have the home base, we have it set up, and we just grab the Mini and go into town. That's a lot easier. And you think, oh, vans are way easier to park. And like, we're only 30 feet. How long do you think a van is? 10?
Well,
You're over 20 feet.
it's about the size of a car.
No, it's over 20
It would
feet.
be like a Ford Expedition.
No. It's bigger.
I don't know, an Expedition's pretty big.
Because you got the 4-door and then a tiny little bit back behind there, right? Well, you've got a van that's got the front seat and you've got more than the back seat is. And then you have the room for the bed behind that. So How much room do you really think you have? I mean, they are bigger, no matter what, they're bigger. So that's where, again, it comes in. Like, there's a reason why I went the way that I did. There's a reason why I said this makes the most sense for what we want to do.
I mean, I guess cost per square foot.
Exactly.
We're getting more bang for our buck.
Cost per square foot, we are infinitely farther ahead.
But at the
Because
same
with the
time,
slide out, you literally double your space.
yeah,
It becomes infinitely more comfortable. I mean, this is an argument that we had before, but the question originally was, how do you feel as the partner of someone who has the big dream that wants to go all these places and do all these things? And your solution was, well, I hop, skip, and a jump to all these different places. I'm like, great, but that's disconnected from all those places. Like, where's North Carolina compared to Georgia? Where's South Carolina? Where's South Carolina compared to Georgia? You didn't know they were actually right there, like South Carolina, Georgia.
well,
You had no idea because you've never driven there.
I know, but I would fly there. I would rent
Exactly.
a car.
You'd fly down to Georgia and you'd do your thing there, or you'd fly to North Carolina, or South Carolina, I should say, not knowing they're right there.
No, I would obviously look at a map and go, I want to go to
Yeah, but how many
Georgia, I
people,
wanna go to
and
South
I'm
Carolina.
sorry to all the American friends that we
around.
have out there, but to be real. A lot of people said, if Hawaii is so close to Mexico, why don't they just build a bridge? Because on the map, they put the map right there, right beside Mexico. And it's like, no, it's like way over there, but on the map, it's over here. And like, the people don't connect that there's actually a lot of real estate in between. They don't make that connection. So when you're going from flying from here to there, to there, to there, to there, you don't make the connection that they're actually that close. Because in North America and Canada especially, the US is like, this is far. Canada's like, this is far. Europe is like, that's far.
Yeah.
So
but
like,
I
you've
mean,
got Europe far, you've got US far, and then you've got Canada far. Like, we look at 10, 12-hour drives, it's like, okay, that's far enough. But that's a day drive. You go to the US, it's like, it's 4 hours away. That's a day drive. For us, 8, 10 hours is a day drive. In Europe, it's 2 hours. That's a day drive.
I mean, for me, I would be just as happy to hook up my tent trailer and blast off. And
Well,
go
that's just
to-
it. How comfortable are you going to be? Like, how long does it take you to set up the tent trailer versus how long does it take to do this? Just bzzz.
Yeah.
Like,
but
how long does that
I
take?
can drive my own car and pull my tent trailer.
Well, that's another thing. She's not comfortable driving the RV because it's so big. I am extremely comfortable driving that. I feel better in there than I do in the car. So it's different personalities, different things that make us each happy, and like different things. I get it. But still,
I mean, my car doesn't take $350 to fill it up either.
it doesn't go 1,500 kilometers either.
Well, but still, it's not that big of a deal to fill it up. $80 here and there is not.
Yeah,
huge.
$80 here and there until you're realizing, well, I've got to go 300 kilometers to get to the next place to fill up, or, you know, I've got to go 300 miles in the U.S. before the next place to fill up. And all of a sudden you're looking at your thing and it's like, I better get gas now. Whereas we're going, yeah, I got a half tank, I'm good.
Oh, I know. There's good and bad, but
I got a half tank, I'm good. I'm there and back, no problem. So yeah, there's good, there's bad, there's all kinds of stuff. There's a ton of stuff. And anyway, we're going off on a rant and a tirade, and I love it. But we're going to edit. This is either going to be a really long video. We're going to have to edit like crazy. Anyway, let's go to the farmer's market.
You guys need some assistance?
Just one of those things like, how often are you going to see this when you're coming out?
He's got his harness on. He doesn't usually come out too much. It doesn't act out too much with his harness on. Hi. What are you doing? You're not going to bring up your crest? You're going to be shy? You're going to be shy? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's bikes. Hold on. It's just a bike. It's just a bike. Scared shitless, this one.
he is.
That's okay, I'd be too.
Hi. What's that?
You're terrible.
I love you. I love you, yes.
He's so cute.
Flavors. And we're even missing flavors. So this is lime. This is a mixed berry. This one's Tropic Thunder, and I'm just lame and forgot its labels.
Do you have more of this? Like,
All right, so we came, we saw, we did not record, we shopped, right?
Yes.
We got a couple things that we don't need, a couple things that we like, just a couple things here, there, and everywhere. We got some mustard, that was really good. We got some, what was that flavor? Lime. Oh, look at that flying off of there.
Some kind of lime cider type thing.
It was, yeah, like a syrup
You
is what
mix
it
with
was.
water.
Yeah, you mix it with water and you could do the bubbly water and then it, anyway, makes a drink for you and it's just the syrup is what it is. And it was pretty good.
And a chicken.
And we got a chicken.
Oh, and some Vietnamese beef satay. Oh, it's yummy. Yummy, yummy.
Okay, this is not sitting still. It's too bumpy of a road. Anyway, we're going to catch up in 2 seconds again. Just got to get going in here. Got the essentials there, as you can see. And what we did back here is what I want to show you. Right there, you can see it. There's the bear's den. See? Kuma outdoor gear. We got the bear's den in here. I didn't know it was going to fit here on the bed so well. Because my original idea was to actually put it down there. And I didn't know if it was going to fit. I thought it would actually go longer than that. It turns out it'll fit under there. So next time we have the slide out, we're going to take this and put it down there. So that's going to be fabulous. And by the way, this is a pain in my butt. This doesn't work when it's not level. So I can't use... It'll work. It'll use the electricity when I do this. But if I'm not using electricity, then it goes off of gas. And gas won't work unless it's level. That's a big pain in my butt. Another big pain in my butt is I accidentally let that get down way too low. And now that's low. So let's see what we're doing here. Let's check out the solar. We're getting a little bit of solar. 12.4 volt average. 92 watts. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's keeping the house battery up at 12.5, which should be a lot higher, but that'll be another story for another day. There are a few images that I took earlier today. And remember, don't be the village idiot. Hello. Anyway, these are some pictures. There's cockatoo's tail. I didn't know there was so much yellow in there. Anyway, we will show those another day. In the meantime, we're going to go back to another clip. I don't know what we're doing next. I could swear that no matter what, it's a 2-day event to get your stuff together. Because we've been packing this thing here for 2 days now. 2 days. Yesterday and today. A little bit the day before. So like, it's taking ridiculously long. It really is. We've got almost all of our stuff is packed. We just have a bunch of freezer stuff now. And I'm going to see about propping up my camera later. Yeah. There. Anyway, we've got just about everything packed. We're just about ready to go. And I still swear we're 3 hours away from going. Because, like, I've got all my stuff in here. I'm ready to go, but we still have to bring in a lot of food, and we have to bring in a lot of, like, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. No matter how fast you think you're ready to go, you're not. Unless you're in here full time. When you go to pack up, it takes for flipping ever. See you on the other side. So we're going to get the hitch looked at for the Mini. And we're going into the hitch shop, ironically called that. And we're going to see if we can get it fixed finally. Problem after problem with this RV and Mini. Just sitting here for a minute. Trying to get, obviously not work done, but we're sitting here waiting for the Mini to get done. Right, Marcy? Yeah. Marcy cares. That's what we're doing. When you pull into a Tim Hortons, don't do it. Because we pulled into a Tim Hortons and you can see right there, there's a car right there. I am not happy with that car. I'm not happy with that car, and I'm not happy with the car beside me, because I'm kind of squished in here. It's not good. It is not good. Don't do it. So whenever you think about coming into a small parking lot, don't. And it says all over the place, no parking along the side of the road. So I should have pulled into the truck stop across the way. I should have done that. I really should have. And I thought about it and was like, well, I don't want to make the girl walk too far. And like, no, I should have made her walk. Burn off 3 calories. Like, I don't care. We're going to eat donuts anyway. Burn the calories. Like, should have, would have, could have, didn't. So yeah, that was a dumb maneuver. Don't do that, by the way. Just don't. Anyway, let's see how the rest of the adventure goes. Here we are coming up to the golf club at Crow's Nest Pass. What does Marcy think? Marcy says it's good. It's a win. Okay, now we got to go in here and find out where we're actually parking for the night and set up a tea time for tomorrow. That'll be fun. Golf, the 4-letter word we all love to hate. How terrible that we have to golf in this. Gorgeous weather, surrounded by all these mountains. And there's our rig right over here hiding as we stroll through the middle of the entire parking lot, of course. Look at that big mountain right there. Makes my little rig look little. There's that Mini. It's been following me for hours. I can't believe that. It's been tailgating me the whole time.
We don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is. It's terrible.
And we don't know why they're following us. They have been tailgating the whole entire way.
They have. Here's where we were going to be golfing tomorrow. 18 holes, beautiful golf course. And we decided it was a little bit too expensive, so we're not doing that tomorrow. We get to do this. Give me a dirty look. There you go. Anyway, we're headed into town. What are we going to do in town today, Marcy?
Breakfast and get eggs, jam, and buns for dinner.
Holy crap, we're getting a lot for dinner. Wow, jam for dinner. I love it.
Not jam for dinner.
Eggs for dinner?
Jam, eggs for breakfast.
Jam and eggs for dinner. Okay, we got it. You heard it from the source. Jam and eggs for dinner. Anyway, the important part is that look at all the mountains around here. I love it. We're right in the middle of the mountains. Which you could, well, maybe you can see it out the sunroof when we drive past them. Maybe, I don't know. I know nothing. You can't see any mountains.
Right there.
You can see a part of a mountain through all of the everything else. Okay, look over here. Look what we're looking at, and you can see mountains up there. Not well, but they're up there. Anyway. The important part is we're headed into town. We're going to do some more stuff, and there's town. Wow, that was not a very far drive. It's like literally a minute down the road. There you go. There's town. Like, wow, crazy. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. We're going to pick up some supplies. We're going to tour around, take some pictures, have some fun, grab a bite to eat, and get some supplies and come back. That's our plan for the day. Let's hope it all goes well. We'll see you again in a hot second. That looks like a golf course, doesn't it?
Ski hill.
Ski hill. Okay, it looks like a ski hill. Ski hill golf course. That's what it looks like. Because we're in the mountains and apparently there's a lot of trees. Anyway, here's town. All the time. I'm ready to go. All the time. It's terrible. So we just went to a Chinese restaurant for lunch, and it was actually pretty good. How was our breakfast, lunch, kind of breakfast? You know what I mean?
Burgers.
Burglars.
Always burgers.
Always burglars. Burglars are good.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. Really good French fries. Very
I
good
like the
French
burger a
fries.
lot.
I just locked my keys.
And we got a whole bunch of pictures.
And the seat
And
belts.
we got pictures taken of us
Yes,
because
we're
we are just so obviously attractive. But they wanted to get pictures of us. They want to get pictures of my camera and all that stuff for Facebook. Like, yeah. Just so we don't run out on you. I get it.
So at benwongs.com,
Yeah, is that what it is? Ben
you will
Wongs.
see pictures of
BenWongs.
pictures of
.com.
us truly
Yes.
on their website.
Possibly on the website, definitely on the Facebook.
Yes. Yes, on the Facebook.
So, here we are. Finished editing. There's the Marcy of Happiness. Yes, the Marcy of Happiness. She's so happy. Yeah, and not so much. Not every day.
Hey!
Oh, she gets crabby. I get crabby. She gets crabby. We all get crabby. Anyway, the end result, we went out, we whacked a whole bunch of balls. I mean, holy man, we had unlimited balls. And I smacked the bejesus out of, I swear, 100 balls. And my forearm is just from all the gripping of the club and the twisting and oh, is it ever sore? That's brilliant. I love it. Now, Marcy, what do you think? Did we have a good day, Marcy?
Yes, it was good.
It was a good day?
Mm-hmm.
Did we have fun whacking the balls?
Yes.
We didn't drive them very far, but we had fun whacking the balls.
It was lovely.
I got a couple of good hits, though.
It was a lovely day.
Couple of good hits that came closer to 200 yards, and I'm telling you, man,
I got a couple.
let me tell you, I got a couple of them. They went like close to 200 yards. It hurt my broken rib that is thankfully healing, but man, it hurt. The collarbone was okay. And so, what do you think, Marcy? Good day?
He will live.
I will live. Yes. Okay. So
Yes, good day. Good day was had by all.
exactly. So it was a great day. We had fun. We had a couple of drinks afterwards, and just pop. But anyway, we had a couple of liquid refreshments, if you want to call them that. I don't drink alcohol, so I just had a pop. Anyway, we did those things. It was great. It was fun. I loved it. It was fabulous fun. And it's the end of the day. We're winding down. I just finished editing the video. I'm going to tack this on to the end of that video. And that's it. That's all she wrote. It's going to come up tomorrow morning. Live. So I'm doing this Tuesday night. It's not nighttime yet, obviously. It's still, it's not dark o'clock, but it's Alberta. It won't get dark until like 10. Anyway, things are not doing bad. Things are doing good. We're getting along. Everything's going fine. And I honestly look forward to seeing you in the comments. Look forward to seeing you soon. Remember, go outside. Because why do we go outside? Because worst case scenario, you get eaten by a bear. Other than that, you're fine. Go outside. Anyway, talk soon.